This year, the intricacies of nature seem ordinary. The firefly, just a summer bug. The robin, a fat bird come to eat worms. And yet, at dusk, I search the egg blue sky for the crescent moon and caress my husband's bottom as he bends over his suitcase looking for socks. War, 1969 to 1970. There was the part that hid and the part that dared. The obedient Catholic girl and the girl who danced to rock and roll in the awful freedom of too much pot and sex and booze, who marched against Vietnam and argued for women's rights. But after the Kent State killings, when all we dared was punished, I ran away to Europe and hitchhiked across the continent, compelled by some crazy life force that pushed me up and out like a wild weed in a cement patch. 4 months later, I returned home and lived some semblance of a normal life. But something was lodged inside me, stunted and broken. 47 years later, I make myself watch the Vietnam War documentary. Soldiers in the National Guard raising their rifles, turning and opening fire. The Kent State student kneeling by her dead friend, staring in horror at the world that had just been born. And I run into the kitchen and sob into my hands, understanding for the first time what has been here all along and what was taken away. Illuminating the hour. Afternoon sun lights up the browning leaves of a red oak tree, dabbling the tree with light the way a priest blesses the congregation with holy water. A drop here, a drop there. Drying leaves renewed by the water of light. The sun changes focus. An orange sweet gum leaf is pinned against a wire fence. Thin gold, stunned by light. Why do we hesitate to love, to illumine others? Look how the sun selects these dying leaves. Heading south. After sunset, boats sit like dark shadows on the wide gray river. The girl beside me on the train studies a small map of the world, her finger tracing the borders of South America, where the geese overhead perhaps are heading, their eyes fixed on the silver sky above the blackened cliffs. Our train, far below, must be less than a shadow on the water's edge. Last one. What I want to say when my students ask me how old I am. I'm still the kid of 17, stepping off the curb, my arm raised in greeting to a beautiful, shimmering world. Thank you.